Maybe Yuri, you know, has nicer clothes on? I want to go there and ruffle that scruffy hair. The dog is cute too, I guess. What's up everybody, Caesar Madrazo here, and we are back with more Doki Doki Summertime. Now, in the last episode, we ended with a little afternoon stroll with Monika. We got to know a little bit more about her, so we're just gonna pick up right where we left off. We walk in silence once more. I look at Monika and see a determined look on her face. With every step she takes, confidence emanates from her. This whole situation makes me question what her motive could be for walking around with a guy like me. It's not like I'm that great or anything. Even the joke I told her wasn't something I came up with on my own. And just presenting things from other people made in my own way doesn't merit appreciation, right? I wonder if that's the mod creators taking a little jab at themselves, since they're, you know, presenting DDLC in their own way, and they're saying it doesn't merit appreciation. That's funny. Suddenly, she speaks up with a soft voice, but without looking at me. Not far now. Monika keeps walking without another word, like she has her sights locked on her target. Maybe she wants to show me an interesting view of this place? She stops wordlessly and leans on the railing, looking over the calmly flowing river deep below us. I stand in the middle of the bridge and stare out over the water, gripping the railing with one hand. I hold my breath for a moment, letting out a shaky sigh. My eyes are closed, and I can feel a light breeze brushing against my face. I'm reminded of the sensation of weightlessness. Caesar! She suddenly calls out to me with an anxious tone in her voice. Yes, Monika? Oh, you just seemed really somber for a minute. I got worried you were gonna start crying for some reason. Don't worry, I'm not like that. Glad to hear that. Let's hope you won't get a reason in the near future. I sense a little foreshadowing here. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Don't overthink it. I think everything in DDLC and in decent mods like this are kind of worth overthinking. She has a point. I'm probably just imagining hidden meanings where there are none. I turn back to the river and enjoy the view a little more. We stand there silently for what feels like a couple of minutes. I'm going home, Caesar. I turn over to Monika and see that she is already taking steps in the direction we came from. Did we come here just for the view? Was I supposed to say something? Monika, wait! She slowly comes to a halt and turns to me halfway. I'm listening. What is Monika up to here? Would you mind if I walked you home? Not at all. In fact, I'm glad you're taking the initiative. Oh, is that what it was about? She's just trying to get us to start making some choices and, you know, like taking charge. But before we go, I have to let you know. I can't invite you in. You see, my dad is a very particular person. He even criticizes the girls I'm friends with. No wonder she's out of my league. She's probably being held to much higher standards than me. My disappointment is probably written all over my face, but I try to hide it by looking at the ground away from Monika. Well, I can live with that. Shame. Monika starts walking again, and I hastily follow and catch up with her. We take a similar path as we did before arriving at the bridge. After walking for a few minutes in silence, I try to reboot our conversation. So Monika, did you often meet with your club members outside of school? I visit the girls from time to time. It's mostly just Sayori. We meet at a semi-regular basis. Apart from those individual meetups, yesterday was the first time we all came together like this. I haven't heard a lot from Sayori in the last half a year, but I'm glad she found such a good friend, you know? She's fun to be around, isn't she? Well, that's not the main reason I visit her outside of our club meetings. You could say I was helping her out. Like, studying together? No. Look, I think it would be better if you spoke to her about this, okay? As you wish. So that's obviously about her depression. I struggle to find another interesting topic, but nothing worthwhile comes to my mind. While I'm pondering what to say, Monika starts texting on her phone. I can't make out what she's writing, but I definitely saw Sayori's name on the screen at one point. She stops in front of the gate of a beautiful modern-looking house. There's an awesome red Corvette parked in front of its garage. I always had the feeling Monika was out of my league, and now that feeling just quadrupled. Am I even allowed to be here? I'll see you another time, Caesar. Wait, before you go, I just wanted to ask something. Are you going to have another meetup in the near future? Funny you should mention it. I was just organizing one for tomorrow. Same place, same time. Are you thinking of joining out of your own volition this time? Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Ha, I'm glad to hear that. Don't let anyone change your mind, though. Monika's giving us the wink. Nah, I'll definitely be there, Monika. Alright, I hope you'll have a moderate amount of fun tomorrow. See you later. See you tomorrow. I feel like that moderate amount line was a little bit uncharacteristic of Monika. I feel like, you know, with how confident she is, she'd say something like, alright, I'm sure you'll have an amazing time tomorrow. She looks over to the side for a second before turning around. She opens the gate with a swift motion and walks to the front door with elegance in her every step. I realize I've been staring at her when she turns around before entering her house. She gives me half a smile and puts her hand on her waist. I awkwardly wave at her and leave the high-class neighborhood. I hope she doesn't think I'm a creep for staring at her like that. Nah, I think she was expecting it, dude. And now we are at Wednesday. That was unnecessary, but it was still funny. It's Wednesday, my dudes. I climb out of my bed and drag myself to the bathroom. Water comes out of the toilet, the faucet, and the shower. No surprise there. They don't do it on their own, only on my command as I go through my morning routine. Coming back to my den, the sound of birds chirping outside greets me. I look out my window and the weather is beautiful this morning. Fresh air, a gentle breeze, fluffy white clouds. If I didn't see it every day, I'd even say the grass seems greener. Recalling yesterday's events, I remember Monika telling me about them having another meeting today. Would it be okay if I joined them? I have Sayori's number, so I'll text her and ask her about it, just so I am not coming unannounced. Yo, Sayori, I heard you're having a meeting today as well. Would it be fine if I joined all of you again? Her reply arrives a minute later. Yeah! See you at the same park, Caesar. Well, at least one of them doesn't mind me being there. That's a good start, I guess. I wonder what the other girls will be like. Maybe Monika will have another game in mind? Well, yeah, I mean, that's two girls that are not gonna mind, because you know Monika's gonna be happier there. Maybe Natsuki made cupcakes again, and there will be some left for me. Maybe Yuri, you know, has nicer clothes on. Wow, alright, I guess the mod developers don't like Yuri very much. Might as well go and find out. The girls are not only still in the park when I arrive, but are also at the same location. Ah, hi everyone. Hi! Hello there. Oh, it's you again. I can't help but notice Monika's nowhere to be seen. Wasn't she the one who organized this meetup? What's wrong, Caesar? You have a funny look on your face. Oh, are you looking for Monika? No. Was it that obvious? But now that you mention it, where is she anyway? She's not coming today, so if you only came because of her, you can... Natsuki, please, be more respectful. Whatever. She said she's going to a piano competition or something like that. I don't really remember what she said exactly, heh. So she asked me to fill in for her since I'm her vice president and all. I see. Okay, everybody. Are you ready to have a ton of fun? Ha! Is that Sayori doing a Monika impression? I guess. What did you plan for us, Sayori? I don't know, I just felt like saying that. Ugh. How did you even become vice president? Damn, Natsuki. That was mean. Heh. Worry not, Natsuki. I'm sure we'll manage, even in Monika's absence. Jesus! No, I mean, I'm sure she didn't mean it that way, but that was also kind of a mean thing to say about Sayori. Like, you know, the best we got is Sayori right now, but yeah, I'm sure we'll find a way. This isn't the first time we've had to do so, remember? At least this time she's not showing up late with lame excuses like she did in the club, am I right? I have to disagree. Practicing on a musical instrument is not lame. Oh, come on! Do you seriously think she actually forgot to pay attention to time that often? Monika, of all people? Get real. Well, I did hear other students theorizing about her mysterious piano practices. Monika didn't go into detail about how and when she plays the piano, but I don't get what can be so mysterious about her practice sessions with... Wait, she didn't even say if she's practicing alone or with the help of somebody else. What did you hear, Yuri? It's just gossip, really. Just baseless allegations, as all rumors. Sorry for raising my voice. Yeah, there's totally no reason to believe Monika's going somewhere else when she's supposedly practicing piano. Well, I mean, supposedly she was practicing during the school day, so is Natsuki here implying that Monika was skipping class to go and, like, be with some guy or something? It's not like boys are standing in line to get with her, and all she has to do is give one of them her time to have some extracurricular activity. Jesus, Natsuki! Just, like, calling Monika out right now. Hey, Monika's not like that. Come on, Sayori, you know she's way more popular than all of us. Yeah, you're right. Besides, I'm not saying I've seen her doing anything. Yet. So Natsuki's trying to catch her. Speaking of Monika, we're probably not going to the cafe like on Monday, but we can still have a lot of fun here. Are you okay with that, Caesar? Fine with me. Well, you know, I'd be okay with the cafe either way, since Monika's not here to bum us into buying her some expensive coffee. I'm actually kind of relieved, because I slightly felt like I didn't belong at such a classy place. We won't have coffee, but we have something else on the menu. Yuri brought a book she wants to share with you. Oh. Wow, just like the coffee on Monday. Dark and sweet. Better not say it, though. Sayori, that's... Come on, don't be shy. Never mind. Yuri's struggling with her words. Maybe she's making a bigger deal out of this than it actually is. That's Yuri. Don't worry, Yuri. I like to share my hobbies with people too, so it's probably a pretty normal thing to do. Please, tell me about the book you brought. Although I might not be overly excited about books in general, it wouldn't hurt to listen to her for a bit. I find her passionate attitude towards them admirable anyway. I recently bought a new horror book, which you might like too, Caesar. That's not the reason I bought it. I was going to buy one anyway. She lets out another sigh. Maybe she needs a bit of rest? I merely went with a story that's been adapted into a video game. Or so I've heard. Perhaps it could be a good starting point for you to become involved in literature? I'm sorry if this is a bit too sudden. Don't sweat it, Yuri. What's the story about? Let's see. It takes place in a dystopian future where a new war broke society as we know it. A once bustling city became an unearthly concrete jungle that is now inhabited by ghoulish creatures roaming the ruins. So, Fallout? The remains of the local populace are forced to live their lives in underground tunnels to escape the deadly radiation on the surface. Fallout. However, despite these most dire of circumstances, humans can't escape their nature and squabble over what little remains. It has elements of philosophy mixed into the post-apocalyptic concoction. This sounds like Fallout. However, the occasional fights might be the thing that will keep your attention. Philosophy mixed in? Like quotes from historical people? Well, I mean, Abraham Lincoln was pretty involved in Fallout 3. Ooh, not quite. You see, the writer explores the effects of such a wretched existence on not only society, but the individuals coping with it day by day. As you can imagine, living in the darkness with little to no light compared to the sunlit days we enjoy is a terrifying fate that can drive almost anyone insane. A recurring theme that skirts the border of coping and embracing insanity are the different cults that are present in the story. Yeah, like the Brothers of Adam, is that what they're called? The ones who, you know, they worship the radiation? It is a rather negative approach to religion per se, although the book does not portray spirituality itself in a bad light. I only recently started to read it, so my description of it was only what I gathered from a few reviews. In case it piqued your interest, I would gladly lend you one of my copies. That is, if Monika's okay with you having it first. That's nice of you to offer it to me, Yuri. I'll think about it. I'm glad to hear that. In case you go for it, we could discuss it together. I guess we could. Alright, so now Yuri is trying to, you know, dip her toe in the water, see if she can get our attention. Though I haven't really had any discussions about books before. You'd have to show me how it's done before we go in deep. And Yuri took that hint. I would like that. Oh, you would like to go in deep, Yuri? Her voice got lower both in pitch and volume as she said that. She's nervously fiddling with her hair and visibly starts blushing. Does she always get so excited when talking about books? Nah, only when you talk about going in deep. You know, with books. Natsuki and Yuri start laying out their plans for the summer, visiting places, doing things together, a lot of girly stuff that's just boring to listen to. I look at the park with a blank expression and soon all the chatter just fades into the ground. Suddenly I'm jolted back to reality by a dog's barking as it runs past me. I turn around to see it, and I spot Sayori playing around with the brown furball. I notice a lively but distinctly calm temper. Just sitting on the ground, looking with curious puppy eyes at all the people. I want to go there and ruffle that scruffy hair. The dog is cute too, I guess. That was funny. Hey, am I allowed to give a pat on the head? Huh? Sure, she's very open and friendly. He's about to pat Sayori on the head. I lean down and pat her head slightly. What are you doing? I'm not a dog. But I get why they like it so much. Oh my god. You two seem to be in tune with each other. Did it say anything nice to you? Woof woof. But I'm paraphrasing. She gets a chuckle out of me. For as long as I've known her, she always had that ability, regardless of how upset I was. I remember this one time when she was over at our house, and I asked her what's the time. We had an old radio in the Is this Sayori's face when we're just, you know, standing in front of her, just like spacing out, reminiscing like this? She's like, what the hell's wrong with you, Caesar? She read the display and said, it's 76.2 FM. I couldn't talk because I was laughing so hard. I teased her for at least a week about it, but she figured out it stops being funny when she looks at me with sad puppy eyes. Caesar, do you think I should ask my parents for a dog? They're like the perfect companions. I would walk him, feed him, teach him tricks, cuddle with him, and walk him. That's a pretty big responsibility, you know. Besides, what happened to your cat? You mean Muffin? Well, he just left out my window one day and never came back. Never even saw him anywhere in the city. Do you think he could have started a new life with a new identity? Maybe he got in trouble with a local cat gang. This seems like a bit of an exaggerated play on Sayori here. Maybe he was secretly a cat burglar cat and roamed the city burglaring burglaries. Wow, that's a hard thing to say. Burglaring burgeries. Like robbing burger shops? There are no cat gangs, Sayori. Just because you haven't seen them, it doesn't mean they don't exist. Cats are very sneaky, you know. Yeah, this is definitely... They're making Sayori even more childlike than she was in the original game. While we were arguing about the possibility of a feline crime syndicate, the little dog rushed away. Apparently our subject was appalling. Wait, the petting isn't done yet! Sayori starts running after her new four-legged friend, but gives up when she notices it's running back to its owner, an older man. Sayori and Yuri change the subject back to some book I haven't heard about. Until they bring up something that was assigned to us in school, or a story with a movie adaptation, I'm stuck with listening. Meanwhile, Natsuki fumbles around in her little bag and pulls out a cookie that's almost twice the size of her little hand. It's even bigger than my hand. The plastic wrapping makes a loud crunchy sound as she rips it open and folds it back to start nibbling on it. Just before she takes the first bite, she notices me eyeing her cookie. Well, why are you looking at me? Oh, sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. By the way, is that a chocolate chip cookie you have there? Yep, it's fresh, too. That sounds delicious. My mom used to make it all the time when I was still a kid. Yeah, my mom too. She was great at all things cooking and baking. That must be great. Yeah, it was. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to eat. Okay, the disappointment in my tone was probably a bit too obvious. It would be rude of me to ask directly, but I'd love to take a bite out of her cookie. Just by looking, I can almost feel the sweet flavor filling my mouth. Well, since you said on Monday it's your favorite, I guess we can share it this one time. Whoa, she actually remembers that? Well, I don't know if there will be any more meetings this summer. I mean, sharing. Ooh. Yeah, here's your piece. Now let me enjoy mine. Thank you, Natsuki. You're welcome. Now shut up and let's eat. It's even better than I imagined it would be. Keeping a slow pace is proving to be a challenge, as the desire to have it all to myself is beating down on me. Licking my finger, I almost get a sensual feeling. I'm jolted back to reality after I realize Natsuki is giving me a weird look. I feel pretty stupid. It was just her cookie, after all. More of these pseudo-sexual references that we saw in the last two videos. Okay, everybody. Yeah, still doing a Monika impression. Well, did Monika say okay, everyone? So, Sayori's doing her own little twist on it, I guess. Who wants to play the same game we did on Monday? Count me in. Maybe you'll actually win this time, Caesar. Natsuki, maybe it was hard for you to see from your ivory tsundere tower, but I actually did win last time. Oh, come on. I wouldn't want to be left out either. Yay! Nobody's left out. Let's go! Alright, so, it's been about 20 minutes, guys, so I think this is probably a good stopping point. But I do notice that Monika is not here, so I'm guessing we have no choice but to appeal to one of the other three girls. So, you know what? Let's make this interesting. I'm gonna let you guys decide which girl do I appeal to in the next episode. Leave a response down below telling me which one you want, and whichever answer is the most popular, that's what we'll go with. I'm still excited to see where this is gonna go next. I have no idea which direction this mod could go in, and that's what makes me want to keep playing it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching as always, and until next time, I'm Caesar Madrazo, and I am out.